What's up, guys? Max here for Destructoid, and as you may or may not know, Sleeping Dogs is a big, huge game that is coming out very soon. I can't talk about it officially just yet because my lips are sealed. However, I have captured the senior producer, Jeff O'Connell, who has agreed to answer my dumb questions.
I'm here. I'm all yours.
Tell me everything I need to know about this game right now, please.
It is the story of Wei Shen, undercover cop, come back from San Francisco, where his mom took him as a young boy. His mom took he and his sister there, and he's come back to Hong Kong, going undercover with the Sun On Yee triad, and he's taking advantage of guys who he grew up with to kind of go undercover and get his way into this gang. And his mission is to take down the head of the Sun On Yee, the dragon head of the triad. So it's got a really rich story, all kinds of characters, and we've got more mechanics in there than you typically see in an urban open world game, and we've spent more time on those mechanics trying to make it feel like a linear action game. And there's between 300 and 400 different things to do in the game in terms of collectibles, main missions, police cases, dates. So it's both a really great linear action game and a sandbox game.
Well, I didn't actually expect you to tell me everything about the game.
Well, you put me on the spot there. You said everything. So
No, there's a lot to talk about with this game. To back things up, this was originally True Crime Hong Kong, or sort of, not originally, but
yeah.
Explain that to our viewers, because there seems to be confusion about that still.
No, it was originally an IP that United Front Games started back in 2007, and it was supposed to be a new IP with Activision, and then during the development, the True Crime brand kind of got slapped on it, and one thing led to another through the course of development, as sometimes happens, and the game was canceled. But the best thing that ever happened to us was probably that happened, and Square came along, Square Enix, and after a couple of weeks of the game being canceled, said, guys, we love this game, we've played it, we want to finish it with you, we think it's just an incredibly fun experience, we love the cop angle, let's do this. And honestly, like I said, Square coming along has been the best thing that could have happened to the game. They let us get back to the original IP that we wanted it to be, and we're really proud of it, and we love working with Square.
Well, bravo. And of course, it does share some similarities to the True Crime series in the sense that it is an open world cop game.
Yep.
And now people play sandbox open world games, and typically, Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row, you're going to go around and you're going to kill a lot of people and do lots of bad things.
Sure.
But here you are an officer of the law.
Yes.
In some capacity. How does doing the bad stuff affect you in the game?
So, the Wei is he's a good guy who's forced to do bad things, but you can play the game so that you can still do these bad things and get scored for them. Those are called triad points. So as you go through your missions and you fight well, you use the combat props in the environments, you use the table saws and everything else, your triad score is going to go up. If you shoot well, you drive well, all that kind of stuff, your triad score goes up. That unlocks a great upgrade path that allows you to upgrade your fighting moves and your damage resistance. We also have cop points. So if you go through a mission and you hurt police officers, if you hurt innocents, if you damage public property, your cop points go down.
I've been having trouble with those.
Yes, but it's a sandbox game. So even if you finish a mission, your triad score is high, your cop score is low. We do have other cop missions in the game that you can do to get cop points. So that upgrade path is also open to you, even if you want to play the game and be kind of a bad guy. We do have a replay feature, so if you finish the mission, you're like, you know what? I just ran over a bunch of people. I kind of feel bad about that. You can go back and replay the mission.
And can you go back to missions from wherever you are in the game and replay them?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting though, because it's sort of like this Renegade Paragon thing, and it's like, it's pretty easy to be a criminal. Like, if you don't want to drive in the street, you can just drive on the sidewalk, and if you run over people, then maybe that makes you a bad cop.
Yeah, and you're going to draw heat if you do that. We've got a fully functioning heat system in the game, so it's just how you want to play the game. The thing we tried to keep in mind through this is that although we wanted it to be a great story and kind of inspired by a series like The Wire and The Shield and movies like The Departed, and have that, we didn't lose sight of the fact that this is a sandbox game and it's kind of a toy, and if you just want to roam around the world and run people over,
Okay.
or put people in trunks and then drive the car off into the water. If you want to do that kind of stuff,
That's good.
It's there for you.
People want that.
They do,
Now,
apparently,
another
yes.
big thing that we've kind of gotten used to. This wasn't always the case with the old Grand Theft Auto games and stuff, but customization
Yeah.
and kind of like RPG elements. You've got skill trees. You've got like wardrobe options.
Yes.
But you're still playing as one character, right?
Yes, but like you said, we wanted to really try to bring something to the genre that maybe you don't see that much. Certainly don't see it in urban open world games as much, which is the upgrade path. I talked about the cop points. They allow you to upgrade your shooting skills and your driving skills, and your driving and shooting skills, being able to jump out of any vehicle and shoot the gas tank, have the car or motorbike explode, that kind of stuff. The triad points, I talked about that, and that increases your weapon damage. We also have melee statues that you collect in the world. That opens up an upgrade path, learning new moves.
You go to the Kung Fu Dojo.
Go to the
after
Kung Fu
collecting.
Dojo, redeem those statues. You can break legs. You can do the Bruce Lee style dim mak, death
There's
touch.
there's like a lot of different options. This isn't just like hit X to punch the guy in the face
No.
and do that ad infinitum. This is
There's a lot of depth in the fighting, and the reason for that is we wanted you to feel like a Hong Kong cinema action hero, so that you weren't feeling like, okay, I'm just stuck punching and stuck kicking. You can counter in this game. You can break limbs. You can use walls. You can do Tony Jaa style, climb the guy and drop an elbow on his head. And this is really, like I said, all there for you. It's very easy to pick up and play.
And this is just limited to on foot. You can fight people while in cars. You have a
Yeah.
ramming feature.
Yes, exactly. You can press a button, do a side swipe move. You can take cars out. They'll flip over in slow motion.
You can jump on other cars.
Action
in slow motion.
hijacking from car to car, from bike to car. We've got that stuff factors into the missions. We also have events, things that are ambient in the world after a certain point in the game. If you see like a Brinks-style truck or an armored car, you can hijack those things, bring them back for whatever's in the back.
It's probably money.
It could be
probably
money.
money in the back
It's
of the
probably
truck.
not socks or
Yeah.
something,
Now,
T-shirts.
one big question that people have: are there dogs in the game?
There are no
And
dogs in the game.
I actually have a couple questions. These are from our YouTube commenters who are so extremely stupid. Baker Fresh asked, wait, that's actually a really good question.
Okay.
There are upgradable disarms encounters. We asked that.
Yes, totally.
Let's see. The Clip Culp asked, are there any actual sleeping dogs in the game or any other sleeping animals? And then Madrovich asked, sleeping dogs question, can you ride the dogs into battle or are they too sleepy to do something of that nature?
Maybe DLC.
Okay.
Maybe DLC will have a dog riding
there-
warfare.
There is
on the
a
streets of Hong
DLC
Kong.
possibility on the horizon there.
I can't talk about that,
Okay.
but we're really excited people's response to the game, so we'd love to keep going.
Okay, and what about multiplayer? There's no multiplayer.
There's no multiplayer, but there are social challenges. So if you're playing the game, oftentimes in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a stat come up. It could be something like longest motorcycle jump, or you just ate X number of pork buns, or something like that.
I will say that playing the retail copy before it is out as a reviewer is really cool because it's like being at like the amusement park when it's closed. And
Yes.
I currently have the longest wheelie in the world. I'm the best at wheelies until next week when I will immediately stop being that good.
And then all of your friends who are playing the game, their scores will come up
Yeah.
in the lower right-hand corner. And you can actually send challenges to each other saying, you know what, I just totally owned you and I have a longer jump or a longer wheelie, or whatever the case may be, and there's leaderboards and
I really like that. It's kind of like an ambient multiplayer. Like it's not, you don't have a bunch of like 14-year-old assholes running around in your game. It just, if you've been driving really well for a long stretch of time and then, it pops up and it's like, oh, you just beat your friend.
Exactly.
Driving really fast in a car.
Yeah.
Now finally I have one really stupid question. This is sort of a thing that I guess I've made my thing. I asked the Skyrim guys a while ago, are there fish in the game? How many? Are there fish in Sleeping Dogs? And what can you do with the fish?
There are fish and sleeping dogs. There's actually a combat fish. So if you put a guy into one of the aquariums in the game, tons of water comes spilling out, kind of Hollywood action style. Fish come out onto the ground. You can then pick those fish up, and it is a combat fish. So you get a
Fish are weapons in Sleeping Dogs, confirmed. Yes.
True.
Can you eat any fish?
yeah, you can't eat those combat fish, but yes, I believe there's fish that you can buy, and all the food you buy, if your health's been depleted, that will bring your health back to full.
Well, that is awesome. I cannot wait to kill somebody with a fish. So, yeah, Sleeping Dogs, that is coming out very soon. Jeff, thank you so much for talking.
Thanks, Max.
I'm excited for this game. I cannot say whether or not I think it is good yet. That is a secret for now. But My review will be up very soon on this channel right here, so stay tuned for that right here at youtube.com/dtoid. Be sure to subscribe, like, leave some comments saying Jeff has nice hair, because he really does. Let's be honest here. I will see you guys around.